Kokuana. The peace talks were coming to a close. Jaune, and with this we formally formed a mutual relationship between the Republic and Menagerie. Sienna, well, this will be the first time in history that humans and faunas would coexist and treat each other as equals. Jaune, for financial support and city development you have to speak with Supreme Chancellor Amidala. For military affairs like your island's expansion and Grimm horde threats, you shall speak to me. Sienna, I would like that. Incoming transmission. Vaughn, Sir, status report: we have repelled an Atlassian invasion at Argus. Jaune, what Atlas attacked Argus? Sienna and Gyra was shocked at the news, Atlas attacking a human city. Why? Vaughn, yes, we intercepted a message from Jacques Schnee to the soldiers. It appears he has bribed them to wipe out the inhabitants and take over the nearby dust mines. Jaune, must sisters at Argus? Thyre interjects. Thyre, they're safe, sir. Me and a detachment shock troopers are keeping watch of them. Jaune, thank you, Lieutenant. Thyre, no problem, sir. Jaune, have you recorded this information? Vaughn, yes, sir. Jaune, we'll need it along the records of slavery in the mines to take that prick down. Sienna and Gyra looked on. Jaune, I must take my leave. I need to travel to Argus to begin operations against Atlas. Sienna, you just keep me interested in your action, Commander. Gyra, I wish you luck, Jaune, and at least say your farewells to my daughter. Knowing her, she'll go to her team in Haven. Jaune bowed and excused himself. Jaune traveled back to the Belladonna residence. Jaune, Blake, I have to go to Argus. Blake, but what about Haven? Jaune, you'll have to rejoin your team on your own. Take Fordo and Son. Ilya, I'll be joining them and making sure they get there. Jaune nods. Jaune, I'm sorry, Blake, we may have a war to fight. Everyone, war. Jaune, Atlas has attacked my sister's hometown. I can't just let them do as they please. Blake approaches and touches Jaune's cheek. Blake, be careful. Jaune just holds her hand. Jaune, I will. Bad Batch, I'll ride with you. Hunter, what's going on, sir? Jaune, the 332nd has engaged Atlas. We're at war. Wrecker, yeah, I get to blow something up. Argus, the 332nd are shoring up defenses until a shadow loomed over them. An acclamator arrives. Vaughn, looks like we have reinforcements. The people of Argus are amazed at the sight. Admiral Yullerin, this is Defender. We're here to reinforce you for the siege. We have sent an advance force to Django City. Vaughn, understood. Atlas, Council Chambers. Councilman 1, this is insane. They have more of those things. Lucky for them, they are only facing one acclamator class, while one Veniter class is still guarding Vale. Councilman 2, do you see the size of that ship? Councilman 3, if that's the size of that ship, imagine the number of troops it carries. Ironwood grimaces, knowing the truth of the Republic army. Jacques enters the chambers. Jacques, aren't you fools gonna do anything about this? The enemy is at our doorstep. Ironwood, Jacques, you shouldn't be here. Jacques, I don't care, I fund your operation, James. I pay you all to do your job, protect Atlas. Councilman 2, someone is contacting us, sir. Ironwood, put it through. An image of Jaune appears on screen. The council was surprised a young boy at the age of 20 is contacting them. Councilman 1, who are you? This is restricted communications. They saw the soldiers in the background working and pieces it together. The enemy army contacting them. Councilman 3, whose is your commanding officer, boy? Jaune, I am in command. Jacques, ha ha ha, boy in charge of an army. Jaune glares at the man. Ironwood, he is indeed in charge of that army. I've met the young man before. The council could only stare in shock. Jaune talks with an authoritarian tone. Jaune, I am Jaune Fett, Supreme Commander of the Grand Army of the Republic. And I have come with an address to crimes against the people of Argus. We have evidence and prisoners' testimony of an Atlas attack carried out there. Jacques begins to sweat. Ironwood, on what claims? Jaune, genocide in the name of claiming the dust deposits near Argus. Jaune replays the message Jacques sent. The council and Ironwood looked at Jacques with horrified looks. Jaune, this attack is viewed upon as an act of war with the Republic. Councilman 2, Argus doesn't belong to the Republic. Jaune, no, but it's under our protection now. I had my men stationed there when the attack transpired. Your men attacked mine first. Ironwood, is there any peaceful way to solve this grievance? Jaune, I order Atlas to leave from both Valeron City, now named Django City, and Argus, along with reparations to the people affected by the attack, and hand over Jacques to answer for his crimes, that is all. Ironwood, acceptable terms. Councilman 1, no. We will not be bullied by an outside force. Councilman 2, we are Atlas, we have the strongest military on Remnant. Councilman 3, no, we can solve this without bloodshed. Jacques, you can't just hand me over, you will lose your supply of dust if you do. Jaune, I can see 3 votes for war and 2 for peaceful means. Then I, with authority from the Senate Herbie, declare war on Atlas. Transmission end. Ironwood, what have you fools done? We are severely outmatched. Councilman 1, that's defeatism, general, and borderline treason. Councilman 3, I believe this will be the end of Atlas. Jacques just remains silent. The council doesn't have time to prosecute him. Meanwhile, Acclamator, the defender. Jaune, it is treason then? He whispers. Mobilize the 332nd. Hangar. Jaune, Captain Vaughn. Vaughn, the men are ready, sir. Jaune, brothers, you are about to embark upon a great crusade. The eyes of this world are upon you. the hopes and prayers of many liberty-loving people march with you. You will bring about the destruction of a great war machine, the elimination of Atlas tyranny over the oppressed people of Remnant, and security for ourselves in a free world. Your task will not be an easy one. Your enemy is well trained, well equipped. He will fight savagely. I have full confidence in your courage, devotion to duty and skill in battle. We will accept nothing less than overwhelming victory. Godspeed. And let us beseech the blessing of Almighty God upon this great and noble undertaking. The troopers are encouraged and ready to bring down the hypocrisy of Atlas.